What's up, guys? M.V.K here, back again. Look, sometimes you heard that saying before. Looks can be deceiving and things like that. I'm sure you have, and you probably know some people that they act certain way around you, but when you they see them around someone else, they're like total different people, or it can get even scarier. Well, today we're gonna watch something like that. This video comes from Planet Dolan, um, and the video is entitled Eight Seemingly Innocent People Who Were Actually Monsters. I feel like a monster. Uh, let's get into this, shall we? Like I said before, link in the description below for Planet Dolan's channel. I was gonna chop this up a little bit, but I'm not gonna do it this time. But anyway, let's do this now.
Planet Dolan. From diabolical doctors to
God
seductive
damn, that shit
psychopaths,
scared
we look
me.
at 8 people
Okay.
that seemed innocent, but were actually monsters. How's it going? I'm Danger Dolan. I'm here to decipher some random things I found on the internet the other day that I think you might be interested in.
Number 8.
Family doctor Harold Shipman was well liked, caring, and in high demand in the little town of Hyde. Back when he was studying medicine in the 70s, his teachers were all impressed by his enthusiasm and intelligence. About a year out of med school though, Shipman started offing little old ladies with morphine injections.
What?
In his 20-year career, he murdered around 250 patients. Initially,
What?
other doctors thought his high death rate was because he was, bit shit. When he found out he was being investigated, he panicked, forged a patient's will, and killed her. When he was charged with murder, his practice was flooded by well-wishing, supportive patients.
This
People
motherfucker
liked
looked
this
like
guy
a
so much,
creepy
they
bat.
seriously thought the charges were bullshit. He was sentenced to 15 consecutive life sentences. He offed himself in jail so his wife could get his life insurance. Which is likely what he should have done back in the 70s instead of offing old ladies.
Really?
Number 7.
Beloved nurse and all-around lovely lady, Jane Toppin, was nicknamed Jolly Jane because she was just so damn cheerful. Her services were highly sought after because of her tenderness and care for her patients. But Jane had a dark side too.
Oh, God.
She loved to experiment with dosing her patients with heaps of morphine. Then
What?
she'd give them another joke to wake them back up, and then more morphine, like some kind of sick life and death yo-yo.
Fuck,
Jolly
man.
Jane might have never been caught if she hadn't taken out an entire family. She poisoned 4 members of the Davis family over a period of 6 weeks because she owed them money. When the cops started questioning her about it, she confessed and then just kept confessing. She murdered at least 31 people, including her own foster sister. She pleaded
Fuck,
insanity
man.
and spent the rest of her days in a lunatic asylum, but it's suspected that she was just a great con artist. In the asylum, she admitted some deaths may have slipped her mind, and the number might have been more like 100, but who knows.
Number 6.
Louis LaMonica, the pastor of the Hosanna Church, wandered into the sheriff's office one day in 2005. Not only was his church sus as fuck, the pastor confessed that he and some other members had somehow made the terrifying leap to Satanism. The pastor said he was compelled by Satan to perform satanic rituals where animals were sacrificed and children were molested. The
That's
meetings
fucked.
went for almost a decade before
Tell
the
me he got
pastor
the death
confessed.
penalty.
What I don't get is how a church gets into Satanism. Who the shit shows up to the church and says, I know Jesus is our homeboy and all, but, Satan sounds kinda cool too.
Number 5.
In 1889, in a small town in Iowa,
Damn, that
the
picture
brutal
looked
murders
creepy
of
as
Civil
fuck.
War veteran John Elkins and his wife Haiti caused a panic. After discovering the bodies, John's son Wesley took the family buggy to the nearest neighbor. Nobody could understand why anyone would want to hurt the couple. They were quiet and had no enemies. There was even a $500 reward for information about the strange killings. When Wesley's story had some inconsistencies, people started to think he might have seen more than he was letting on, or that he was covering for someone. As it turns out, this 73 pounds of 11-year-old bludgeoned his father and stepmother while his baby sister slept between them. The reason for hacking his folks to death? He had too many chores. So, like any rational person, he killed them in their sleep. He spent most of his youth in the prison library and successfully appealed his case after 14 years of
I got
imprisonment.
it.
Number 4.
I'm gonna
Don't
talk
let her
about that.
looks deceive you. This
God.
old Russian lady is straight up no good. 68-year-old Tamara Samsonova's first victim was her husband, who she reported missing a
Yo!
decade before her arrest. Police believe her victim count is 10 at least. Her MO was to drug her victims and then hack them up. It's not known when she started eating them though. Her bizarre
She's a
journal
fucking
details how
cannibal!
she loves eating the lungs of a victim.
Ah!
Tamara was finally caught when CCTV footage showed her ferrying around a giant stew pot that had the victim's head in it. So when a little old Russian woman offers you stew, you just say, nah, I'm good. Actually, maybe that's too harsh. Cannibals are people too, but they're
Fuck
also
that!
fed up with people. Get it? Fed up?
No,
Ah,
that's
that's
not funny.
terrible. Who wrote that?
Number 3.
Amelia Dyer convinced a horde of single mothers that she was a homely, motherly type that
Yo,
couldn't
you
have
see her
children,
eyes,
but
yo?
was just
Those
dying to
eyes.
adopt. Because being a
Those
single mother
God
was a
damn
social
it!
no-no in the 1800s, lots of nurses made
Jesus.
easy living
Yo,
by
I
finding
can't look at her
adoptive
eyes,
families for
man.
babes of unwed
Fuck,
mothers.
man.
But a bunch of
Come
them figured
on.
out they could make even more money if they didn't bother to feed the
Come
babies or find
on.
homes for them at all. In the early years, Amelia would let
I'm
the
not
babies
watching
die
this
by
one. Yo,
starvation
her
and
eyes
neglect.
creeping me
It
out.
wasn't until later that she graduated to full-blown baby murder. Throughout her career, it's estimated Amelia killed as many as 400 infants. She pleaded insanity but was found sane and super evil. The little
Bitch.
old lady was hanged for her crimes in
Good.
1896.
Number
Good.
2.
Yet another medical practitioner on the list is Donald Harvey, former nurse and all-around not-so-nice guy. Donald says he started offering patients to ease their pain, then it
He's a
became just
fucking
because they pissed him
angel of
off.
mercy.
After the first few victims, he discovered how easy it was to kill indiscriminately without drawing attention to himself
He's
or
an angel
arousing
of death,
suspicion
man.
because the
Fuck.
patients were already unwell. The more they annoyed him, the more sadistic he would be. One victim got a coat hanger in his catheter. Ugh. Some victims were smothered, but most were poisoned with arsenic or cyanide in their food or IV.
Fuck this
Donald
dude,
claims
man.
to have murdered 87 people, but police could only confirm it was anywhere between 37 and 87. But they'll never know the true extent of his crimes because he went undetected for so long. He eventually pleaded
Damn,
guilty to
man.
avoid the death sentence and will be in prison for the rest of his life.
Good.
1.
When one young man was arrested, his friends and co-workers all assumed it was some huge mistake.
Guy looks like
School
Norman
teachers
Bates,
loved
yo.
him. He was charming, well-behaved, and
I'll
courteous.
stop.
He wore slacks and collared shirts, sometimes with a tie, when his fellow students were rocking jeans and t-shirts. This guy was going places. This was Ted Bundy, serial killer, necrophiliac
Oh my God,
extraordinaire that brutally
I can't-
murdered more than
I
30
just said-
women. While studying psychology, he worked at a suicide hotline, convincing people not to kill themselves, and he even saved a toddler from drowning. When Bundy's name came up as a possible suspect, police ruled him out straight away. A clean-cut, all-American student? No way. But this clean-cut committed 30 murders, but admitted there were more. That's it for this countdown.
Okay. This was fucked, man. I never seen a younger picture of Ted Bundy, so I was but I know Ted Bundy. That's what I'm just saying. But this was fucked, man. This is fuck shit right here, yo. What the man? Yo, this old lady eating people, man. Um. So you off your parents because you had too many fucking chores. Really? Really? I- I- what kind of chores you had, dude? Boy, go clean the stalls. Boy, go do that. You know, you know, no, that's no, just no. Fuck no. Man, this that one with uh her eyes, man, just creeped me out. Like I couldn't look at her eyes. No. Um, fucking doctors, man. Like you had a nurse, an angel. It's called angel of death. Basically, putting patients out of their misery, even if they're even if they are on their last breath. You taking their life away because they pissed you, man. You stuck a hanger up a patient's catheter. The fuck, man? No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. That's fuck, man. That little old lady creeped me out too, man. Could you imagine? She's like, oh, this is good. What is this, borscht? No, it's French onion soup with a little bit of penis in it. Like, what the fuck? Some shit. Like, I'm just messing with you. But no, ew. Like, they said they caught her with soup and somebody's head. Cannibals are people too, man. Fuck that shit, man. Anyway, y'all. Uh, Tell me what you thought about the video. I'm kind of disgusted now what I just saw. This mother and kid. I'll take care. Fuck, man.